Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So today I'm going to be doing a rather impromptu readathon TBR that I was so totally convinced that I was not going to take part in this readathon. I was like, no, March, not a readathon month for me. I'll take a break. Didn't happen. I watched people's videos about this and I took part in this last year and I had a lot of fun, and so here I am. Here is my sequel-a-thon TBR, because basically I couldn't stop myself. So Sequelathon was created by Rebecca from T-Hags, Kathy Trithardt, and Yogi with a Book, and the premise of it is to basically just read sequels, because, like, let's be real, we're not all great at reading sequels, and I'm one of those people who is rather trash at it. So yeah, this readathon takes place between March 1st and March 11th, and I'm super busy during that time. Like, particularly up till the 5th, super busy. So I'm not really sure how much I'm going to get read. That's why my TBR is going to be a little random, but you'll see as we go through. Okay, so I've got one of the prompts doubling up, and that is because if this is the only book that I actually managed to read during Sequelathon, then I'm happy with that. So the first book that I'm going to show you actually covers two of the prompts, and that is continue a series you started last year and complete a series. So for those two challenges, I chose Wildcard by Marie Lu. You know, I finished the series, and the first book is still fresh enough in my mind that I can just read this one, get it done with, and you know what, look, it's not big, is it? It's not a big book, it's got pretty big writing, it's about 350 pages, so I feel like that's an achievable goal. So that is the main book that I want to be reading for Sequelathon, and yeah, now my TBR goes a bit funky. So the second prompt is to complete a series that you started 3 or more years ago, and I just could not do that. I couldn't find one that I'd actually started and not finished 3 or more years ago that I wouldn't have to then reread the entire series. Mostly as well because 3 years ago I wasn't really reading very much and I was just reading the same things over and over again, so I'd completed a lot of those series anyway. So I wanted to do a reread of this series, and technically I started it about 12 years ago, so I feel like that counts, right? So the book that I'm going to read for this, potentially, maybe, probably not, is The Novice by Trithardt. This is the second book in the Black Magician trilogy, and it's about magicians, and this is very magic school kind of trope. But I just really remember liking it, and I reread the first one last year, maybe the year before that, and I remember really enjoying it, but I remember it starts to get really good because my favourite character comes into it a little bit more from this book. So if I can get to this one, then I'd really like to. I mean, it's rather big. It's about, I think it's just under 500 pages, but like, it is YA and the writing is big, so maybe. Will not push myself too much on this one. A bookmark just fell out of it. Wow, who knew? Obviously I almost started this one at one point. You know what, maybe I tried to start this for Sequelathon last year and it just never happened. I would totally not put that past me. The next prompt is to catch up on a series, and I'm just not going to be able to do that one. Like, there is no book that is like in progress that I am close enough to just be able to read one book and catch up on a series. So I've just decided that this prompt is not for me and I'm not going to do it. But I have got 2 other books that I may or may not be reading within this time frame. The first of that is Destined to Feel. Now, you might notice that this book looks suspiciously like a book that I did a Complaints with Cat video for, like, last month, the month before last, January. Anyway, yeah, it is. It's a sequel to Destined to Play, and that was a terrible book. But apparently this one is worse and gets weirder, and like, I'm a bit intrigued, I've got to say. If it gets weirder than a woman allowing herself to be blinded for, you know, some random guy's weird sexy time experiments, then, you know, maybe this one, how does it get weirder? I just don't know. She got kidnapped at the end of the book in the last one. Spoilers, but pretty sure none of you should be reading that book because wow. And I just don't know what is going to happen with this, so I'm intrigued, and it does make me wonder how angry this book is going to make me, or if I'm just going to get really confused and be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I'm so confused, because the first one had me there enough. So I might read this one. It's a sequel. It counts. And then last but not least, I'm going to be starting a buddy read. So I'm definitely not going to be finishing this book within the time period, but I am going to be starting it. So I wanted to include it here because it's a sequel as well. So the book in question is Leaping Wolf by J.P. Harker. This is the sequel to Wildcat. This book was very kindly sent to me by the author and I am so excited to read it. It's one of those books that I've not been able to stop thinking about. It's a historical fantasy and it's effectively like Romans versus Britons and the whole battles and where it left off last time. I just keep thinking about them, and me and Kayla from Cracking to a Good Book did a buddy read with the last one and we're going to continue with it with this one. I'm so excited for it. So yeah, this is definitely going to get started within the sequel-a-thon time frame. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to read for sequel-a-thon. I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to get read. Leaping Wolf will definitely be started, and I am hoping that I can do Wildcard because if I can just get that one done, then I feel like I've had a successful, readathon, even though I haven't really, but I mean, well, just pretend, okay? Okay. So if you're taking part in Sequelathon, let me know what you're reading, and if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!